And they tarried till they were ashamed, and, behold, he opened not the doors of the parlor, therefore they took a key, and opened them. And, behold, their Adoni was fallen down dead on the earth. And Ehud escaped while they tarried, and passed beyond the quarries, and escaped unto Seirithah. And it came to pass, when he was come, that he blew a shofar in the mountain of Ephraim, and the children of Yasharel went down with him from the mount, and he before them. And he said unto them, Follow after me, for YAHUAH has delivered your enemies the Moavim into your hand. And they went down after him, and took the fords of the Yarden toward Moav, and suffered not a man to pass over. And they slew of Moav at that time about 10,000 men, all lusty, and all men of valor, and there escaped not a man. So Moav was subdued that day under the hand of Yasharel. And the land had rest 80 years. Shophachim, Judges, 3:25-30 Sefer.
So what have I learned in this verse? In this verse I learned that YAHUAH Elohim sent Yasharel a deliverer, someone to deliver them out of captivity from Mesopotamia. Those are the Moabites. And he killed their king and fled and escaped. Once he escaped, he called for the children of Yasharel. And then the children of Yasharel gathered to him, and he told them that YAHUAH has given the Moabites into their hands, that they will conquer them. So somewhere near the Yarden River, they got into a big major battle with the Moabites after they escaped and killed about 10,000 of their soldiers. And then once again, mercy was shown to Yasharel, our ancestors, the Ivrim, Hebrews. And YAHUAH delivered them by way of a prophet that he sent to deliver them out of captivity. And they were worshiping YAHUAH, our Elohim, once again in the way that he commanded them to worship him. The reason they were in captivity in the city of Mesopotamia was because they had sinned and transgressed and started worshiping false idols and started following the traditions of the Moabites and all the other nations round about that were Gentiles that did not know the ways of YAHUAH Elohim. And so for 80 years, 80 years, for 80 years after they escaped Mesopotamia, they were free. For 80 years until the next transgression. Because this seems to be a trending trend with our people. We're stiff-necked. We are chosen people, but we're stiff-necked. We don't want to listen. We don't want to do what YAHUAH Elohim tells us to do. We don't want to follow his commandments. We don't want to follow his rules, his laws, his statutes, his ordinances. We want to do what we want to do. And every time we do what we want to do, we end up in captivity. He punished us with enslavement. So our people have been enslaved throughout history. It didn't just start with the transatlantic slave trade. We've always been enslaved because of our transgressions and not wanting to follow the ways of YAHUAH Elohim. That's the going trend for our people. If we would just stick to the rules, laws, commandments, statutes, and ordinances, we will be safe. We will be free. We will live in peace without any trouble from our enemies. And if our enemies decided to invade or conquer us, that he would give our enemies into our hands. He would give them into our hands, and then we would inherit their lands. Only if we would stop being so stiff-necked And as of today in 2022, we're the same way as our ancestors were. Some of us are the same way. We don't want to listen. We think men marrying men, cool. Women marrying women, cool. Homosexuality, cool. Transgender, cool. Robbing, stealing, killing, and murdering, cool. Selling drugs, cool. We think all these things are cool. These are the ways of the other nations. We're following in their ways. And we're taking on their culture and their traditions. And we're forsaking YAHUAH ELOHIYM traditions and feast days. And therefore, we'll never live in peace. There will never be peace. With that being said, shalom, everyone. Shalom, shalom, shalom.